Hello my little home fries. Today we're going to be doing something called CardBas Relief. And I just came up with that because it's a combination of cardboard and bas relief. At this point, with everyone ordering from Amazon and stuff like that, I'm assuming we have a lot of cardboard to get rid of. So, you know what cardboard is? Do you know what bas relief is? No, you don't. Bas relief is a form of sculpture. Bas relief means low relief. And in this case, relief means how far it comes up from the surface. So it's not a sculpture in 360 degrees like a statue. If you look at like carvings along the front of a building, how you can't get all the way behind them to see them, that's what bas relief is, and we're going to be doing that. We're going to be making city skylines. And it's generated by a bunch of basic shapes. We're not using anything super sophisticated as far as shapes go. We're building sophistication through simplicity. Knife or scissors, the age-old battle. It comes down to a few things. What you have available, what you're allowed to use, and what you like best. I prefer to use a knife for certain things, but scissors for another. In this case, I did most of the work with a knife, but there are some things like rounded edges that are much easier to do with scissors. I'm assuming you'll be using scissors, but hey, I don't know what you get into at home. You'll also be needing glue. You can use hot glue, cold glue, glue sticks, liquid glue, wood glue, all-purpose white glue. I recommend something liquid because you might want to shift things around. Finally, you're going to need cardboard. Now I recommend for this one, the corrugated cardboard. That's the cardboard that has the spaces in the middle. In order to build up that three-dimensionality, you're going to want this to be a little bit thicker. The first thing you're going to want to do is cut a background. I recommend going 7 by 10. It'll give you enough space to work, but it won't be so big that it'll take you a really long time. And you're also going to need a bunch of cardboard shapes. I've made a bunch of shapes. Some of them are just rectangular. Some have angles. Some come to points. Some are rounded. And every once in a while, I'm going to slip in something that looks more like a tower with an antenna on it. You know, just to switch things up. There's no magic behind making this city skyline. It's just a bunch of shapes stacked on each other. The one thing that makes it more believable, though, is how random you can make it look. Because if everything were nice and even, it wouldn't really sell the illusion. Because if you actually look at a skyline, so it is random and haphazard. Take one of your shapes, and you're going to put glue on the back of it. Just put it somewhere. Since I'm using liquid glue, I will be able to shift those around within reason. And I'm going to take another piece, put glue on the back. I could put it right up against the other piece, but I didn't want to. In this case, I do want to. Notice I cheated a little and I put this above the bottom. That's okay as long as I put something in front of it to hide it. If I cut a piece that's just far too long, which I've done here, as you can see, I can come in with the scissors and cut it right off. So this is one layer. Stop here. Now I'm just going to come up with the second layer. Take a piece, take some glue. Those gaps that are right there, I like them. I put this over the gaps. You want to create the illusion of a real city skyline by making it look a little bit random. Sometimes you even want to almost completely hide another building. Like very little of this building here is showing up, but that's cool. And I'm going to go and do another layer now. Now I'm taking pieces that are even taller than the layer in front of them, because it's not always going to work out that the layers are shorter as they move forward in space. 3 layers is good. I'm going to put just a couple pieces to make a 4th layer. But not that much, because I'm kind of where I want to be. Just little details. I have this piece here. I really like it, but it's also way too tall, and it would obscure too much of my sculpture. I've made a city skyline. If you overthink it, it will look too organized, and too organized is not your friend in this case. This city skyline is a fairly simple thing to do, isn't it? I'm not going to ask you to do a particular amount of buildings, but what I am going to ask you to do is to do 3 layers, because what I'm more interested in is your building up of that space to create that bas relief. If you're interested in going the extra mile, you can add color. This city at night has sort of random colors, but they're all in the same palette because they all have little bits of each other in them. This isn't a color mixing lesson, though. This is a bas relief lesson. CardBas Relief. Uncolored, colored. Both acceptable. One will get you some bonus points. Each one of these fulfills the criteria of creating a bas relief. Enjoy.